Welcome to video 6, Net Ninjutsu. I heard a joke that most players only go up to the net to shake hands after the match. And I was the same way for a long time. But back when I played in high school, I didn't know what to do, and I really felt like a fish out of water. But after taking some lessons with a ton of great coaches, I learned to hit the volley consistently and effectively. And I've been able to teach this system to hundreds of students here in California. The bottom line is, if you can finish the point at the net, you'll be able to be more aggressive from the baseline, which is great news. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the single most powerful volley drill that I've ever found that'll automatically develop your feel and your confidence at the net. So without further ado, let's head out to the courts, and I'll see you soon.
The best volley drill ever. And the reason is it's going to incorporate literally everything we just talked about. And the great thing about it is it gives you instant feedback on whether or not you're doing it right. I originally learned this drill from a man named Jack Brody, he was really a scientist, about tennis, and I'm incredibly grateful that he showed me this because it literally transformed my volleys and really does it for all of my students too. It's great. So here's how it works. Have someone just feed you a ball or hop on the ball machine, or you can use the trusty wall again. And what you're going to do is you're going to bump the ball up to yourself and then bump it across over the net. And that's all there is to it. Just don't be fooled by the simplicity of this drill. It looks easy, but you'll probably find it really challenging in the beginning. I know I did. So here's some tips that are going to help you. Number one, as the ball is coming towards you, you want to line up your 45-degree angle with your hips, and you want to get your arm on the other 45-degree angle. So as the ball is coming towards you, you want to slowly extend your arm along that 45-degree angle. Remember, we talked about how lengthening into the shot is really going to supply power. So that's something that we're going to start to work on in this drill. And as the ball approaches your strings, you want to really relax your hand, almost letting the ball win the collision with the racket. So remember, we talked about how on a drop shot, you really want to soften your hand. This drill is going to help you feel that automatically. Okay, the second tip is don't try to open your racket all the way. Don't point your racket face towards the sky. You want your racket face slightly open, and it's kind of like you're just hitting a classic volley. And you want to let the ball just kind of land on the strings. And if you do this correctly, the ball will sit up for you, just go straight up in the air. You'll have time to find it and then bump it across over the net. Again, this looks really easy, mainly because I edited out all the ones that I missed. And that's okay. You can tell your partner if you miss, look at that bird flying overhead, and it'll work out perfectly. So you want to follow the same things you just learned in the progression. Make sure you're in a continental grip. Keep the backswing really, really short. Okay, it's an almost zero backswing. Lead with the bottom edge of the racket and find the strings when you're lined up on that 45-degree angle. As you can see, this works really, really well on both the forehand and the backhand side. And you'll know if you're hit, the moment you make impact, you'll know it's in front of the 45, like if you're reaching a little too far into the court, because the bump up will actually go in front of where you can comfortably hit it. You're going to have to move forward to hit it. And you'll know that if you're late on the hit, if your contact is behind the 45-degree angle, because the ball is going to go behind you. So you're really looking for that happy medium here, right on the 45, and you're going to find that ball just sitting up for you, and you can comfortably bump it across over the net. So do this for 5 minutes. If you do this for 5 minutes every time you practice your volleys, I promise you, you'll be able to do whatever you want with the ball on your volley.
The next drill is to just simply go volley to volley. So start out putting some air under the ball and just get into a good rhythm. As you get better, you can start adding a little pepper to that soup, make them a little bit faster, and start to challenge yourself. Your main pointers here are keep your hands in front of your body and turn your body to take the racket back. Don't just take the racket back with your arms or you'll be in trouble. All right, after that, let your partner head back to the baseline and let him rifle some ground strokes at you. All right, you play the volley down the middle. After that, go ahead and make a game out of that one. Feed the first ball deep down the middle and play the point out with no lobs. First to 21 wins. And then switch so you're hitting from the baseline and your partner's up at the net. Same deal. You hit your groundies, partners volley in deep down the middle. All right, next let's work on those overheads. Probably the number one most missed shot at all levels, under probably 4.5. And if you want to get to that next level, this is a must. So your partner's feeding you the lobs or the ball machine, and you're hitting your overhead down the middle of the court back to your partner. Go for as many in a row as you two can make it. All right, next work on angling your overheads. Your partner's feeding the lob, and you're going to side to side with your aim. Incidentally, when I took the USPTA test to become a professional coach, this is the drill they gave us. And on the first ball, I was so nervous that I shanked the ball really badly, and I hit the tester who was standing at the baseline in the shoulder. Luckily, I settled in and I passed the test and did really well, but strangely, I haven't heard back from that tester in a while. Anyway, this is a great one for developing aim on your overhead. And after that, like a good partner, let's switch and let your buddy hit some. This is a good time to work on your lobs. So go ahead and have fun with it, and watch out for any errant shots unless you want to be a tester for the USPTA. All right, and there you have it. You are a net ninja. So let's go to video number 7 now and take a look at the sniper's serve. See you there.